Yo, 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 what's good? Welcome to episode 8 of season 1 of Startup Dropout, where I share the lessons I've learned and the experiences in business through acquisitions, successes, and failures. I'm still figuring it out with you guys. And on today's episode 8, get any experience you want. So I lived in an apartment that was about an 8-iron from Doak Campbell Stadium at FSU. It was fucking awesome. My first ever apartment, and I was roomies with my brother from another mother, Bryant Jones. The place was called Harbin Terrace. For all of you that live in apartments around your universities or community colleges or whatever, you know that most complexes are built like complete shit. You see, they all do the same thing. They'll build a brand new apartment complex with fucking tissue paper walls and zero quality. A new development company will build it, lease it all up. It is a new and exciting apartment complex. Everybody's parents are paying for it. It gets all leased up. Once they lease it up, they sell it to a management company, which starts to charge stupid-ass late fees and trash fees and all kinds of bullshit. And eventually, us dickhead college students run it into the ground. Well, Harbin Terrace was not owned by one of these big management companies. It was owned by Mr. Harbin. And Mr. Harbin was the kind of guy that has wealth but does not show it. The apartment complex was in fact built by his dad 50 plus years ago. And he drove a light blue Toyota Tundra truck, super humble guy. And if rent was late for a few days, Mr. Harbin didn't care, just tell him. So I would talk to him every month that I dropped off the rent or just saw him in the parking lot. And he was the kind of dude that had wisdom, you feel me? Well, he told me something that really resonated with me, and I think about it regularly. He told me about his daughter. Now, his daughter was older than me at the time. She was probably in her late 20s when I was in, high teens, low 20s. And he told me about how stressed out she was and how stressed she was about getting a job now that law school was almost over, and how it was an incredibly competitive space, and how she was extremely stressed that she wouldn't be able to find an opportunity. He told me that there was a key to getting whatever the fuck experience you want. Okay, he didn't say that part, but that's my version of it. Whatever experience you want. He said that he told his daughter to pick 3 law firms that she wanted to work for. Research them. The partners. Do your fucking homework. And how can she add value? Maybe a new lens of a perspective for them to look through. Then he told her, go back to each of these firms. Wow, it feels like I'm telling a Bible story. Then he told her, go back and tell each of the firms in person and get a meeting, right? So go to these firms and try to get a meeting with a partner. Now, back to the consistency methods in previous episodes related to not taking no for an answer and stalking, of course, with respect. Continuing to push and push until you get that meeting. Now, during this meeting, very articulately and sincerely say that you are so confident that you can add value that you are willing to work for free until you prove your worth. Now take a moment and think to yourself. Fast forward to when you're balling in your career and someone comes to you and says, hey, I'll work for you for free until they prove their worth. It's a no-brainer for you, right? Well, it was for these people too, and it worked. She was able to do her thing at these 2 law firms before she got to pick which of the 2 she liked better and stay. So think about that for a second. She went from being stressed to the max, not knowing what the hell she was going to do, to picking the 2 dream law firms she could work with and being able to pick which one she wanted to continue at. Now that is cool. Now the other cool part about this and the other key to this is flexibility. If you don't like it, fuck it, leave it. Remember, a no is more important than a yes. Now, think about all of the people in the world today, and maybe you can think of some family members that fall into this bucket, that they got on the train and they're riding that train. And that train is moving so fast that they can't jump off, right? They get kids and it goes faster. They have a house and it goes faster. So what's happening is in history, people have been stuck on these trains and they can't jump off. Well, I don't have the exact stats in front of me, but I believe the average employment before they switch employments is about 2 years today, when it used to be well above that. So things are moving quickly, and by having this dynamic flexibility, you can figure a lot of things out and say a lot of no's. Now, some people don't have the luxury to straight up work for free. I mean, you got to eat, right? You do. But you could work 9 to 5 and then work for free 7 to 10. Or maybe you serve some tables at night and during the day you work for free. So ask yourself, if I could work for someone, anyone, to learn from it, who would it be? I know my first reaction when I heard it was, fuck this, I'm such a boss, I'll never work for anybody. Well, I was wrong. Working for someone does not remove your entrepreneur card. Instead, it gives you the chops to be a real entrepreneur. Plus, you're going to come up with your next business idea in a vacuum? No, you need to have a front row seat to real problems that need to be solved. So I challenge you to think about someone you respect, someone that you are willing to work for free for. And remember, it isn't forever, just until you prove your worth. So remember, you can get any experience you want. Think about Mr. Harbin and his age-old advice of, if you are so confident in your value that you're willing to work for free, you can get any experience you want, and the rest is up to you. I hope you enjoyed episode 8 of Startup Dropout. It's your boy Ty. Like I said, I'm learning with you. I'm sharing stories that I've learned. Let's figure this shit out together. Look forward to episode 9 coming soon.